And here we go. It's You and I See Difference, episode 8. We're going to be talking about gratitude and two topics: gratitude and cheating. 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 Oh God, this is going to be such a great topic. I feel like I hope you guys have been good. I hope you guys seen the last two, How to Be Nice, in um, the one before that, which was the 30-minute one. But I hope you guys were able to see that. I really enjoyed doing that content. Not a lot of people seen the first one, which was It is nice to be. Is it easy to be nice? And then the other one, Is it a relationship? Is it the relationship or is it me? The relationship or is it me really took off, and then the other one didn't. But we're still doing these things. I'm still doing these podcasts, these videos, just because I like to do them. So I'm gonna keep on going. I'm really not trying to reach. I'm really trying to reach the ears, not the people. Does that make sense? So, uh, like I said, we're talking about gratitude. I made a post on Instagram about gratitude the other day, and I asked the question, "What is gratitude to you?" A lot of people responded with a lot of different things, saying that they were, it was either gratitude is forgetting about anything or everything or something in return, and just doing something out of genuine, out of being just nice. I really liked that one, and I liked the one that said, um, "It's just being you." That one really resonated with me, because I feel like if you're just you, you can always be nice. You just have to focus on what and it's pretty much tuning yourself. Like, you have to know how to uh, balance yourself to where you don't get mad as much, and you know why you get mad, and just or feel some type of ways in general. Like, we all are full of emotions, but as long as we're able to control those emotions, I think that you can project uh the positive ones towards your, like, the people that are around you, or the people that you see on a day-to-day basis. So I've always been a firm believer of that. But if you go into gratitude, I feel like, to me, it is just being genuine, just being somebody that cares, and just being human. I feel like gratitude goes way beyond um, a lot of different words that we use, like successful, mentors, or business savvy, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like gratitude should always be in one of those, um, words. I'm sorry, in one of those, uh, like, in your day to day basis. I feel like a lot of people don't really uh, appreciate what we have. And even if it's the most littlest things, like, we can all go based off materialistic things, of course, and say, "Hey, I have a camera, I have a microphone, and I have a headset to be able to make these videos." But, like, I'm also I'm also gratified, if you may, or I feel me siento like, oh my God, how do you say gratitude, like, in that word gratitude? Like, I feel blessed, pretty much, I want to say, that I'm able to wake up every single day, that I'm able to actually brush my teeth, that I have a toothbrush, that I have socks, that I have sneakers, like, things like that, that I have boxers, like, the smallest things like that, t-shirts, whatever you want to call it. Like, the other day I seen a video on social media, and it was actually a friend, and she, like, sent a box to her country, to her sister, and her sister opened up the packet and, like, was like, "Oh my God!" Like, that she was in such, like, relief, or not relief, just such, like, full happiness. She was like, she's very young. The girl was very young, but she sent the box over there, and the first two things that she pulls out is a pair of sandals, and she goes crazy. But after the pair of sandals, she goes crazy for the socks that she actually had in that same box. So when she grabs the socks, she starts smelling them and kissing them, and it's just like they were brand new socks, but, you know, so don't feel weird about it. But, like, it was just insane how, like, the reaction of somebody from another part of the world was able to appreciate what we sometimes don't even say thank you for. Does that make sense? So it was kind of interesting to see how, you know, somebody else from a different country can appreciate such the smallest things. And sometimes we're so hard on ourselves that we don't take the time to appreciate the little things. We just go for the big things. So I really feel that we should always be, we should always feel appreciative of, or appreciation to what we have, and feel gratitude, to be honest, um, just because of that. Because there's other things that there's small things that we have that other people don't have. And if you go into it like in a physical aspect of anatomy wise, like your body, like, you know, you know, there's people that complain, about anything, and there's people that don't have certain limbs, or, you know, um, I don't know, they have one ear, or one eye. My point is that they're able to overcome that and still live with that, even though, it's 100% normal. Like, you can live a normal life, is what I'm trying to say. But they're very appreciative that they actually have life. So I guess if you take it to that aspect, you can go as far as that. And I always speak what I think. I'm not ever trying to say that somebody's not normal and somebody's normal, and this country's better than this. And I'm never trying to say that. Like, I'm very neutral about everything, and I'm always understanding about other people's situations. So like, to me, it's amazing to do that. Um, so I just don't want you guys to think the wrong thing, the wrong concept is what I just said. But yeah, that to me is very, like, I feel like I feel more appreciation to like the little things as well. Like, the other day I was sitting down with a friend and his dad is a little bit older. He's like 65. So he was telling us like how he there's one thing that he regrets in life, and it is not standing next to his mother, watching her cook and learning from her. And the only reason why he said that is because he never did it, and she always used to tell him to stand next to her, so so he can learn. And um he didn't. He went straight, like, she passed and he went straight to the army, and he learned how to cook in the army, because they didn't really have food like that. It was like certain select foods, and he was able to like whip up like the most amazing foods that everybody was able to eat, and he was able to make it for a lot of people. So when he gets home, uh you know when he's at his house, or when he got back to the US, he was able to like find a passion in that. And then he was like, oh my god, it's crazy how life works, or the world works, o como da vuelta al mundo, like how the earth revolves. um and he said, I can't believe that now I enjoy cooking, and I could have done it before I even knew, like, I could have learned before I even got to the army, is what he was trying to say. And it was kind of like, it wasn't sad. I didn't feel bad for him, like, because of his mother's passing, but I felt well, obviously I said I'm sorry for your loss, but the point is that the moral of the story was that, like, he was able to take that in, and when he seen that, like, he thought about it. Like, I can see it in his face when I was like, when he was telling the story, I've seen the emotion. And um like, it was like passion. Like, it was like, oh my god, like it's like remembering a family member that is no longer with us at a great moment that you had. You always gonna have that like grin on you, like, dang. Or it doesn't even have somebody, it doesn't have to be somebody that passed. It could be somebody that lives far, far away. And now you guys don't have that much communication. But when you guys were in the past, you had that, like, that connection. So I seen that in his face, and I was like, dang, that's he was appreciative of the moment that she told him, and then he ends up, I don't know if you guys are getting it. I know I'm like, am I making sense? I'm making sense a little. She went, hmm. Yeah, I ain't making sense. I don't know. You better tell me something. All right. Anyways, um, So yeah, that's I really feel like gratitude is, a synonym for that is a cinnamon, a synonym, cinnamon. Let's stick with cinnamon, cinnamon, cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon. His appreciation. But I really think that that's 100% something that we should incorporate more in our lives, of how we appreciate things and how we're able to actually uh, show more interest in those things. And it can be, as I said before, it can be as easy as just saying how was your day, to somebody, and making somebody's day, because those little things are possibly not given to our neighbors, to our people that we encounter every day, to our friends, to our acquaintances. um, so just always think about, I feel like we should always think about being appreciative, of course, and having that gratitude mentality. But I also think that we should think about being aware of people that you encounters um life. We all have different emotions when we come from home. We all have our own problems, but I feel like we should be more caring. So essentially that's what I was trying to say. We should definitely be more caring. And that's pretty much it on that. Like, that's what I think about that, because I in my past episodes I've talked about this, but I really wish I can actually vision what the people that watch the videos, like, I want to see if they actually try and incorporate it. And um it actually starts with you. And I was reading this book, and it's called, I always reference it, it's by Courtney Peppernell, and it's called Pillow Thoughts. And she said, on like one of the last pages in the book, she said, we shouldn't be so hard on yourselves. You're not trying to compete with yourself. uh, Everybody looks up to everybody, so you look up to somebody. The person below, or beside you, probably looks up to you. um and you probably look up to somebody, but there's always people looking up to you. And you probably might not know that, but it was essentially saying that you should treat yourself a little bit more easier and not be so hard on yourself, because you're actually somebody's role model, if you may. But um essentially that's literally what it said. It said that you should always have that thought, not to be so hard on yourself. And that really made me feel um like she was right. Like, she said, dang, like that. To me, it was just amazing. That book is just amazing. It really, she writes little poems on every single um page, and you just read right through them, and it's like a diary, or a journal. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It makes me feel gratified and all those things. But I wanted to go into cheating, but that's gonna be very difficult to, like, come out of, like, gratitude and then go straight to cheating. Like, that's way off. Um, and be grateful for that. Be grateful for the person that actually, was able to cheat on you or had that intention, because the person that did that, made a mistake, obviously. And they possibly as well, like, didn't even know, what they actually have. So they weren't appreciative of it. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be very appreciative. What? I don't like that word. It doesn't sound, you have to be apreciar. Tienes que hacer, es que en español se escucha mejor apreciar. Appreciative is too long. you have to be appreciative of everything that you have. So that essentially what is what I'm trying to say. So you have to have that that gratitude to be able to not make those mistakes. Um, sometimes when you meet somebody, you actually understand that this person is with you for a reason because they've seen the smallest flaws in you that nobody has ever, and they still stick with you because they understand you and you understand them. So it's just a small appreciation. It's very something that's very minor that we should definitely focus on more often. And you know um, you don't have to think of the moment, you can also think of the future when it comes to something like that. And I honestly don't agree with somebody being cheated on and then, like, you staying with that person. I feel like you're a masochist for that. I mean, there could be like different things that you do, but that's it's just it's tough. It's tough. It's tough because a lot of people would say like, "Oh, I can't handle that," but a lot of people I've seen, go back to it. So it's like it's weird to understand, but I really just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I would need some feedback. I didn't get that much feedback from the cheating post that I posted, but I got some that said like, um, the basic stuff. They were saying the basic stuff like, if I get cheated on, I swear I will beat their ass. And I was just like, damn, like, or I got one that said like, please uh love yourself first, and then like, there's a lot of people that have been cheated on, and I feel like we s- it creates a lot of insecurities for the other person, so you're an ass if you have ever, and it's just, bro, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, this is a tough topic. I don't agree with it, but there's just things that I feel like if you're going to do it, you should always be single, right? You should always just think about the other person's feelings, even though it's gonna hurt you, but it'll hurt more if, you know, you did something stupid and then the person finds out, of course. And even for yourself, if they don't find out, you might feel like you're living in a world that you don't want to keep living in. Um, and because of fear of what other people think about you or like your reputation, you think you might fail at that, but you won't. Because when you tell somebody the truth and you're like, hey, I'm just not interested anymore, like, it's better to have a reputation of where you were able to speak clearly to that person than to go behind that person's back, do something stupid, get caught, and then try to explain yourself when there's really no explaining to do. Like, you messed up. Like, you can't like, how can what's a good analogy for this? So you can't just do something, it's better for you to pretty much just talk about it, um, hurt somebody's feelings and break their heart, then in that sense, then to break their heart in a different way is what I'm trying to say. You gotta agree to disagree sometimes, and I feel like they'll respect you more for that, for being so straight up with them. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, if you're a girl and a guy, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're able to speak your true feelings to that person, I feel like they'll respect you a lot more than, you know, you getting, somebody telling you, "Hey, you know who I saw the other day with Tina? Yeah, I saw this guy. I saw him. They were grabbing some ice cream. Then where did they go? Walgreens. Hey, that's weird." No, I'm playing. I can't go crazy because my sister's right here behind the camera. So, PG, nah. But it's something that's real, and um, I feel like one day, I would definitely have a conversation with my sisters, obviously, because I brought them up, because they're girls, obviously. Uh, just a lot of things that we have to be aware of. Now is not the right time, but we'll get there. But I really think that it shouldn't be something that we lean towards to. I feel like a lot of people have lacked out of commitment of as well. They're scared to be committed because they're just scared to open up. And I feel like when you're scared to open up, you shouldn't be with anybody. Once you are able to open up and feel completely 100% that you're able to express every single feeling that comes through your mind at the moment, um, then that's the person. That's when you're ready to become, to be in a relationship. To me, when you're able to dominate, the communication skills. Um, but you shouldn't have to feel like you should get into something just because you feel lonely, because when you feel some type of way, it progresses into a different feeling, and then in the long run you probably won't feel that same beginning feeling. You'll probably just feel like you're in something for no reason, and then you start doing stupid things. So that's essentially why I feel like we should always appreciate what we have great communication skills. It's I mean, it's you have a mouth, you don't use your mouth to eat all the time, and you don't use your mouth to you use it to talk as well. It's very interesting. um and if you don't, or if you're not able to speak, and you still communicate through signs, sign language. There's a lot of communication skills that we should definitely learn. Being understanding is something that as well comes with that. Like, it's I feel like understanding is underneath communication, but my point is that it all is in one circle. It's all in one circle, and then it's inside of a bigger circle. And essentially it comes down to that. It really does come down to that. And I feel for all those people that have been, or have been cheated on, and you know and I feel for those people that are the aggressors, if you may, or there's a victim and the suspect, the perp. Well, I feel for both of you. I really do. I feel like for the person who gets cheated on, I feel like you did not deserve that. Of course, I feel like you should, you should always feel like you do, you should always feel like you're gonna fall in love again. Like, there's no way that being cheated on should cause insecurities to you, because you haven't done anything wrong. You were still the right person, but you have to understand that the other person wasn't in the right mindset. So it's essentially called forgiving. So if you're able to understand what was going through that person's mind, I feel like you can forgive them. Obviously, once you're able to forgive somebody and know the real reason why you were actually cheated on, then you'll be able to understand, and balance out your insecurities, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of us shy away from that moment of being able to speak to your ex partner or your partner for the reasons why that happened. Um, and we shy away from that moment. I feel like we should just take it on as a challenge, and definitely be able to express our communication skills, and talk, have a conversation of why, what caused that, like, what did I do, what was wrong, like, were you drunk? No, I'm kidding. Um, but there's a lot of things that I believe that communication can solve. Like, I feel like communication can solve everything. That and love can solve everything. Um, um, there shouldn't be. But for the person that does is the aggressor or the perp of the situation of cheating, I feel like you guys should also be real, more real to yourselves. I feel like you should actually understand. Um, I feel like you should understand what you're doing. I feel like you should be more understanding. Of course, I feel like you should be a lot more. Uh, I don't think you should be as selfish. I feel like you should talk to the person that you're with, or the person that you love, before you do something stupid. Why? Because you're only cheating for one reason, and that one reason, that other person has that reason. Got to keep it PG. So, you know, just honestly, sometimes you people just do it not even for, for people don't just do it for sex. They just do it sometimes for, for pleasure of talking to somebody else and saying that, you understand me. Oh my God, I really appreciate that. You really do understand me. It's just so hard. Oh my God. The same person that is with you for X amount of time can understand you the same way. You just don't know how to explain yourself, or you feel some type of way of opening up to this person. Why? I do not know. And if I don't know, then I think you definitely don't know. And if you don't know, then you should definitely start to get to know yourself. And I'll leave you guys with that. I feel like cheating is a very hard topic, but I want you guys to let me know what you think. I want you guys to tell me, uh, like, what do you think about gratitude? What do you think about commitment? What do you think about cheating? I feel like once we are able to go through that, I feel like you know, we'll definitely be able to accomplish more feedback. Like, really, honestly, tell me what you think. Do you think I should make more videos in Spanish? Do you think I should keep going in English? Um, do you guys prefer Spanish, English? I don't know. Tell me anything. I mean, I do have the YouTube channel. I'm always streaming on Twitch at night times. And I go through topics like that, even if I'm on my Twitch and I'm just gaming. I just talk shit. Um, and LAS rentals. If you need a slingshot, you're in Orlando, you need a boat, you need a Jeep, we got you. We got you. We got it all. We got it all. We got it all. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause I like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, cut me out out here, little sis. You already know. Turn that off first, and then you turn this one on, and then we out. You know what I mean? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.